Hello and welcome. We are Bleeding Tree Gaming. I'm Amy, aka Warpfiend, and I'm joined by.
I'm Tammy, and I am the Autumn Witch.
And today we are talking about all the Age of Sigmar and Warhammer the Old World reveals at the upcoming World Championships preview. Let's get straight into it, shall we? With Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Now, we've seen from the roadmap most of the stuff that's going on. What we do know is that there's another Dawnbringers book, that's due out in winter, so it'll probably be a January release.
Yeah.
And there's also a battle tome. Now, this is the last of those Dawnbringers books we got listed. So we could be looking at an early year release for AoS 4.0.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to add in a couple more books that we will see about this time. It's almost definite with the teasers that they've been giving us that this book is going to be the Summer King. And the battle tome will obviously be the Flesh Eater Courts one, because it's the only one that we're still missing. And that's going to be coming in line with the new models, which we'll get to soon. We'll almost definitely be seeing minor releases for other factions with this book as well. No idea what they are, but I've heard Khorne. That's the only rumor that I've heard. Maybe a Khorne release. So I couldn't say for definite. If we just move up straight onto the Flesh Eater Courts, so that's going to be the bulk of the Age of Sigmar releases.
They are pretty.
We know we said they were definitely coming last time, but this time we really mean it. We've already seen the abhorrent Gore Warden, which is this happy little fellow on the right. He's kind of like he's like a game warden basically, and the gory game warden. It's a cool model, of course, yeah. And we've also seen leaked these new Crypt Ghouls, obviously. Now, the Summer King is Usharan, who's the brother of Neferata from the Old World lore. So obviously you've got this big new character. We had a new character released earlier in the year with the box set thing. There's this new character, the Gore Warden, and obviously the troops. Now, is there going to be any more to this release? That's the thing we want to know. And I would love to see Plastic Mourngul, since they retired the Forge World one.
Yeah.
That was one of my favourite models. The creepy, like, missing the lower half of his body, just torso thing crawling around on those freakish long thin arms. Yeah, that's such a cool model. Please give us some plastic versions of that.
That would be great.
But other than that, I can't really say what else is coming. So yeah, let's hope it's a good release. Anyway, we've seen some great stuff with the Dawnbringers book so far, so I'm looking forward to the 4th installment of that. Moving on, Underworlds. Now, this is a new thing we haven't checked out, and I see my bullet points are all messed up. Now, as we can see, we've come to the end of the current roadmap. We've seen the Chaos one, that was Skaven Clan Pestilence, I believe, and the Destruction one is the Cruel Boys.
Yeah.
A new season should be starting like around the springtime. Usually they start the season before a new edition of Age of Sigmar, and that kind of teases the location and the theme of that edition of Age of Sigmar. So yeah, we'll see what realm it's in, and maybe once we know that, we'll know a bit more about what's the next box set of 4.0. I'd expect it to be some kind of chaos, really, like Skaven's the one that's been talked about most, but yep, guess we'll see about that. Other than that, your guess is as good as mine. Moving on to the Old World.
Old World, can't wait for the Old World.
Now, we very definitely saw a preview focused on Britonia last time. All the reveals fairly much showed us what the Britonia release is going to be like. This time, it's got to be Tomb Kings.
Yeah.
It's definitely got to be. We know that the Old World's going to launch with 2 boxes that are focused on each side. Each one's going to contain like a new character and old troops. I believe the Bretonnian one has that knight on Pegasus. Now, the Leech Priest on Dragon is supposedly the Tomb King one, which is odd. I mean, Tomb Kings have never really had dragons as part of them.
It doesn't go with the Egyptian aesthetic.
No, it doesn't. I guess
Unless
could be
it's some sort
dragon.
Unless it's like a crocodilian type.
Maybe. Yeah, the rumours are flying around and they seem pretty solid, but at the same time, it just doesn't feel right to me. So maybe that's the one. We don't want to. Please don't hold us to that. Basically, what I definitely want to see is Cetra. Obviously, like the Supreme King of the Tomb King faction. We've heard rumours, and I'm hoping it's true, that there's a dual kit that makes a regular chariot and also Cetra as the special build. But this would be absolutely amazing. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, that would be cool. What I'm also hoping for, although it probably won't happen, is to get just like a look at anything new or in development for the other armies as well.
That'd be great to see. I think, to be honest, because they did have a Bretonnia focus, we're probably going to get a Tomb King focus this time. But hopefully the next preview that's coming up, maybe around Christmas time, we should hopefully see some of the stuff that other factions are getting.
Yeah, give me some high elves, damn it.
Yeah, but I definitely want to see some Old World orcs and goblins. Grom the Paunch, please.
Excellent.
Right, well, that's all of the fantasy reveals that we're expecting. That's all our speculation on them, at least.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not a YouTube video if most of the speculation is complete wish list, but...
Yeah, there's a fair amount of wish list in there, I won't lie. But, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, Bleeding Tree Gaming. We've got the new Facebook channel.
Yes,
Facebook group.
Facebook/Bleeding Tree Gaming.
Perfect, yeah.
Quite straightforward. I thought, what shall we call this group to really evoke the whole Bleeding Tree Gaming vibe and Bleeding Tree Gaming?
Yeah, it's certainly got that aesthetic. I'll give you that. Well, thank you very much for listening. We've been Bleeding Tree Gaming, and we will speak to you in the next one. Take care. Ta-ta.
See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.